Why is he such a pushover? Hi guys, hope everything is going great. Your boy Al is here with Gnosia episode 2 review, so let's start the count. At first we see Yuri awaken in the pod once again, realizing he has successfully looped back in time as his interactions with Setsu proceed identically to the first loop. As they walk through the corridors, Yuri attempts to explain to Setsu that he was able to loop back thanks to the power Setsu gave him, but Setsu has no recollection of this conversation or the previous loop. Their discussion is interrupted by SQ's arrival, which unnerves Yuri given how the previous loop ended with SQ revealing herself as the Gnosia. SQ refers to Setsu as Prince Charming, prompting Setsu to clarify she's not a man, and questions whether Yuri truly has amnesia since he remembers her name. I'm guessing the main source of this anime was full of unnecessary gender identity nonsense, and now the show is following that pretty faithfully for some reason, so I'm gonna ignore them as much as possible, and I hope you guys won't mind. We see that at the main lobby, the day's discussion begins with Racio immediately accusing Yuri of being suspicious and deserving cold sleep, just like in the first loop. However, Yuri can't help but stare at SQ, which the group notices. When Jina redirects the conversation by asking who Yuri thinks is suspicious, Yuri seizes the opportunity to accuse SQ, which Jina supports. Racio, revealed to be from the highly intelligent Glee's mobile fleet, remains unconvinced and continues targeting Yuri. When Setsu whispers advice to Yuri about Racio's intelligence, SQ and Racio accuse them of being lovey-dovey and attempting to manipulate the meeting. Setsu deflects by claiming she and Yuri are lovers with a spiritual connection, though SQ points out Setsu is asexual. The vote results in 2 votes for Square and 3 for Setsu, sending Setsu to cold sleep instead. Not gonna lie, the way Yuri approached the situation was dumb. I mean, most people won't believe you if you timidly tell them to trust your words without any evidence, especially when you claim to have amnesia. Then in the cold sleep room, Setsu apologizes for the lover's claim, explaining she is not good at lying, and wanted to stop SQ's manipulation. When Yuri insists he knows SQ is the Gnosia from experiencing this day before, Setsu can't simply believe him but appreciates Yuri's desire to save her. Setsu advises Yuri to avoid standing out in meetings, warns that panicking makes him look suspicious, and stresses that Yuri shouldn't trust anyone, not even Setsu herself. After the Gnosia light remains red, a defeated Yuri encounters Jina, who repeats the same line from the previous loop. When Jina asks about SQ's suspiciousness, Yuri explains the time loop situation. Jina believes him based on also finding SQ suspicious and agrees to vote her out tomorrow. Sensing Yuri's doubts from Setsu's warning, Jina takes them to the EVA room to build trust through spacewalk maintenance work, where they reinforce the ship before traveling through the Alakosia system's asteroid belt. So from what I'm understanding, Earth exists in this universe, and Jina is a human from there, but not all humans are from Earth, which is making me wonder whether they will take a deep dive into the ore or not. What do you guys think? Next we see that after returning from the spacewalk and touring various ship locations including the rec room, gym, and power room, Yuri and Jina encounter Racio, who reminds them someone will be eliminated during warp. Yuri tells Racio about the loops, and while Racio believes in time-looping lifeforms, she introduced the concept of world lines, explaining that because Yuri's actions create different outcomes, he's not repeating the same day but jumping to different timelines where the past may be completely different. Therefore, SQ isn't guaranteed to be the Gnosia in this loop. When Yuri later asks Jina to confirm she's human, Yuri gets a strange feeling that she's lying. That night, SQ visits Yuri's room repeating similar dialogue from the previous loop before warp begins. See guys, just as I thought, things are gonna play out differently in each loop, so it will be interesting to see how Yuri catches the Gnosia while convincing the others, but it won't be easy, given how much of a pushover he is. Also, wouldn't it be a cool twist if Yuri ends up as the Gnosia in a loop? At the end we see Yuri discover Racio has been eliminated. During the voting phase with only Yuri, Jina, and SQ remaining, SQ resignedly accepts her fate. Despite doubts about Jina, Yuri votes for SQ, remembering how she tricked him last time. However, the the light turns red again, revealing Jina was actually the Gnosia. As the loop ends with Jina hoping to see Yuri tomorrow, Yuri awakens in loop 3 under similar circumstances. Before he can process the situation, he's interrupted by an unfamiliar voice from an alien, and then suddenly a girl runs up and hugs Yuri, declaring her adoration for him. Don't mind the rant, guys, but things were made far too obvious for the audience in the first 2 episodes, and they did it in a pretty bad way. Not to mention, all the gender identity stuff has been very forced and unnecessary until now, so I hope things get better. Also, this new girl knowing Yuri makes me wonder who she is, because it looks like she knows about him quite well, no? All in all, this was an okay episode, but they need to change gears fast. By the way, episode 3 might be out by the time you guys see this video. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. If you like my video, then check out some of my other videos. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to keep me motivated to make more videos, and you can also leave a comment if you want to say something, because it helps me fight the almighty YouTube algorithm. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram or check out my Facebook page, links are given in the description. Until then, see ya.